Scar.
I think we're good. Sam's not going to use his camera.
Oh, Sam.
Man, one day I'll find out what he looks like.
Oh, no, I just sent you a picture.
Send it to me on a locket.
Sam, we can't hear you yet.
I haven't said anything.
That's why we can hear you.
Solid logic, Sam.
You're supposed to, when you first enter, be like, can everybody hear me? Etiquette, Sam.
I'm trying to adjust my microphone.
You can just be like Redman and just show up and go, Negroes! No, I'm kidding. I'm the only one that can do that to you. Sorry.
You're the only one who can legally get away with that.
Well, actually, it's actually not, because it's Negroes. Like, if it was something else, then maybe. Like, Negroes is safe enough.
Yeah.
You don't add no extra syllables and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I think you're okay.
It's Spanish.
Okay, how do I sound? Is that good?
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, it used to be like the equivalent of African Americans nowadays, like back in the '60s or something.
I've never gotten the whole African American thing. Like, I've never understood it. I've never felt like I was an African American. I have absolutely no connection to anything African ever. And like, you know what I mean? I'm from Virginia. Like, I don't have any connection to anywhere other than Virginia. This is the only thing that I am. Like, I've never lived outside of Virginia.
You're like a dude from School Days. He's talking about, like, I've never been to Africa. I'm from Detroit.
Exactly. 100%. I'm from Newport News. Like, I don't know anything about anything else other than like, most of the stuff that I learned about the rest of the world and like the rest of the country, I learned from y'all, because I don't know anything other than Virginia. I barely even visited a lot of places.
Yeah.
And even when I visited some places, I wasn't really there long enough to like really get a feel for what this area is. It's just.
Have you not been to North Carolina that often?
I have been to North Carolina maybe a good 7 times in my life. Right. Usually, all of the times are very specific. Like, I am here for this very specific.
Well, isn't North Carolina like Virginia but with a different name?
No, actually, we're blue North Carolina, because we're blue now. We're blue North Carolina.
Yeah, hard fought, but you're definitely blue. North Carolina is mostly red.
Yeah, I
like the Chili King background.
Thanks. I was behind that van at a stoplight, and I think I laughed my ass off for like 5 minutes straight, so I had to take a picture of it.
Why is that funny? I don't understand.
I don't know. There is no joke. It's just.
No, I thought it was connected to something.
No, it was just. Why is the king chili?
I don't know. He's about that life.
Well, the light kind of made it look like it just said Chill King. But
no, it's Chili King.
That would be, come on, that would be the best. That would be the best invention on a car since the pussy wagon. Like, let's be honest.
What, just dispensing chili?
Yeah, I mean, but just like the Chill King. No, the Chill King.
Oh, the Chill King.
The Chill King. Ever since the pussy wagon, like, do you know that he says he still has the pussy wagon?
Talking about Tarantino?
Yeah, he said he still has it. And
I believe that.
He actually drives it.
I mean, I believe it. I referred to Tarantino not too long ago as a sentient mound of coke, and that fits it. That fits that description.
Yeah, he's like Tarantino is like. Are you recording, Chase?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Chase is always recording.
So Tarantino is like that scene at the end of Scarface where he has that mountain of coke and those dudes are coming to get him. But instead of those dudes coming to get him, it's like fucking movie ideas. Like just all trying to take him.
You just shoot him down. Pow, pow.
Yeah, just trying to take him out. It's just movie ideas. It's
and eventually just some guy who literally wasn't in the rest of the movie just is going to show up and not say a damn word and kill him.
Pretty much. All right. That's potential show title number 1. Coke and movie ideas.
I have a pretty good title. Something that happened earlier.
Okay.
At work. I tweeted about it.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Let me actually officially start the show. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Scarfinger. This is Scarcasm. We have a full house today. So I'm kind of going to take a little bit of backseat, and I'm just kind of going to chime in on everything because I haven't really done anything in the last week, except for I have one thing that I really want to do, and I'm going to tell you all about that later. But of course, Chase is in the building.
Yeah.
And with it being August, Sam is in the building too. Welcome back, Sam.
Howdy.
And with the August theme, we have 2 guests, as we did last week. The homie Max is back.
What's up?
Max that don't play no video games.
Nope.
He hangs out with the Chili King. That's what he does.
And the used to be the artist formerly known as the R&B Scarface, who reclaimed his whiteness. Scott is in the building.
What's sizzling, everybody?
Hey, Scott, what's up, man?
Oh, not much, man.
All right, so Sam, the floor is yours.
Oh no, I was just going to mention earlier I was at work, and we got in the back in our stock room because we have a separate stock room because you can't just let anybody in the back near those iPods and AirPods and stuff. So we have our own separate room. So I was back there, and they installed motion sensors. Now we share that back room with like the cosmetics people, I guess, because like that stuff is like super expensive or whatever. I don't know. So
trust me, dog.
I noticed that it only lights up when you motion. The motion sensor only works on their part of the back, where I have to go over there just to get it to turn on where I am. But then like it turns off when there's nobody over there. So I'm like, well, this doesn't do us any good. And so, but I talked to them about it, and they said they're going to try to fix it. So in the meantime, I was telling a coworker about this, and she was like, you got to do the hallelujah wave. I was like, what? And then she started flailing her arms around like Kermit the Frog. I was like, oh, okay.
Wow.
But that just cracked me up, the hallelujah wave.
Yeah, there was a in storage, some of the storage that are more modern, a lot of them have the thing where you walk in the door and then there's a timer and you just twist the timer to turn the lights on in that area. So if you're doing a lock check or just going through there to do something, you just turn the timer on for a little bit, let that bitch run out, and that's cool. But other ones, like more modern ones, had motion activated lights. But here's the thing. A lot of times the motion activated lights was in the areas where someone would be coming in and not necessarily for us when we're just walking around trying to do a lock check. So there's so many times where I had to like poke out of a corner and just kind of wave my hand like Lieutenant Dan, I just had to Lieutenant Dan that junk just to make the lights work sometimes, because sometimes the way that I was walking or where I was or doing something was not in the area where like I would be if I was a customer just going to my unit. And then also if you were in your unit, I know, like, there used to be a one of the places I used to work at, that there used to be a band that used to practice in there. And basically what they would do, because the lights kept turning off, and when the lights turned off, the power turned off. So they just made the guitar player and his girlfriend stand out in the hallway while they were practicing. And but they just put up like carpet and shit like that to try to muffle the sound. But at first they were closing the door, but of course the power would turn off, so they couldn't close the door anymore. And they just stuck him and his girlfriend, because of course they're all pissy because like I've actually heard one of them refer to her as Yoko. Like, it's like that bad.
That's hot. That's cold.
That's horrible.
So like they would go to practice, and like he would always bring his girlfriend. Well, like, she's the one with the car, so she drove him there. But like, what's she gonna do? Go home while y'all practice? Fuck that. I'm not coming back. That's probably how she felt about the situation. But yeah. So I had to Lieutenant Dan quite often, and like there were some times where I would be like halfway down the hall and it's dark, but the sensor is like for like somewhere further, so I had to like stick my hand up and wave, it was like, oh, I know the answer, like that type of thing. So I know exactly that whole motion thing. It's funny sometimes, especially if you're not by yourself. If you're by yourself, it's not, there's nothing funny about it at all, especially if you're in a storage unit, a big ass fucking storage unit with nobody there but you, and you just start hearing shit.
Yeah.
Quick story, and then we're gonna get on with the show. But I was walking, my daughter and I were walking for a little bit. We were just walking around the property, just getting a little bit of exercise, getting things moving. And I really need to get back to that because I'm fucking fat. But one day, her and I are walking, and we walk past one of the doors, and we hear something like, it sounds like someone like jiggles the door handle or something, and there's no one on the property except for us. There's no cars or no, as far as we know, there's no one here except for us. And she goes, "What was that?" I was like, "I'm not white enough to know. Just keep fucking walking." Keep fucking walking. I'm not turning around. You shouldn't either. Let's just keep fucking walking. And that's what we did when we came back around. When we came back around to that area, we both looking towards that door like, okay, what's going to come out of there? But nope, we just kept fucking moving.
You didn't call, "Who's there?"
No, fuck no. I'm not. Nope. I just keep walking. If I ignore it, it'll ignore me. That's movie rules, right?
Yeah. Randy's movie rules. You won't drinking or doing drugs for you.
No, absolutely not.
And you hadn't just lost your virginity?
No. No, I mean, I was walking with my daughter, so obviously that wasn't the case.
But you had sex at some point.
Yes,
yeah.
I have.
So
at least once. I have confirmation. I have.
You were on thin ice, my friend.
Very thin ice. The only thing that saved you was you didn't say, "I'll be right back."
Exactly. I wasn't gonna say nothing. I just say keep it moving. Let's just keep moving. Don't think about it. Just keep moving. She's like, well, but what if that was no. Don't ask no questions. Don't do nothing. Just keep fucking walking. All right, so I'm pretty much going to sit back and I'm going to let y'all have it because, like I said, other than my new obsession, I have a new obsession of watching YouTube videos. But other than that, I haven't really done anything new that I haven't.
You've been getting into the drama channels, ain't you?
No, absolutely not. I can't. There was this. I told you about that the situation with that Riley girl, right?
Riley?
Yeah, there was this one of the channels that I watch, right? Apparently, some girl named Riley had ran afoul to some popular YouTuber guy named DDG. And this was a huge fucking thing with some of the people that I know around YouTube. And, it's nigga shit. So, like, but apparently there was some sort of beef. And she decided to leave his, like, YouTube crew. And this was, like, a huge fucking deal to a whole lot of people. And then, like, I go to, like, Facebook and stuff like that, and no one has any fucking idea. It's kind of like, there was a time, I think it was around December. Well, no, I can't remember when Tom Joyner retired. There was this thing about celebrities that are black famous, because they're like super famous to us, and like no one has any idea, because no white person I know had any clue who Tom Joyner was. Like, no clue. And this, like, Tom Joyner retiring is like a big deal to us, because like radio motherfuckers, like, Tom Joyner was that dude.
Yeah, he every
Tom Joyner back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he like retired last year, and then they just started talking about people that are black famous, and like that's kind of how this whole thing kind of worked out. Apparently, these people are very like, they're in their circle. They are super famous people, and like no one else cared. And apparently this dude was the DDG dude is like a multimillionaire off of YouTube shit mostly. And like, I'm like, yo, I have never heard of this person ever before in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say that I have no idea who Tom Joyner is.
Tom Joyner.
Yeah, we was
I just want to point out that Chase keeps disappearing into the sunset.
Yes. That list of people that list of people who are black famous was hilarious, because like almost all of these people were like super famous to black people. Like, like, I know Scott does. Do you have any idea who Frankie Beverly is?
Yes.
Not off the top of my head.
Exactly. That's what we're talking about. Like, if I had a lineup of black dudes, can you pick out Leon?
Just Leon?
Leon, that's his name. It's just Leon. I told you. It's like hilarious. Leon. Like, do you have any idea who Gerald Levert is?
Nope.
See, I told you. These people are like black famous. Like you, like all of us, like we know exactly who all of these people are, and none of you have any idea. Like the rest of the world had no idea who these people are.
Right. Have you heard of any of these people, Chase?
Of course, Chase hasn't. We went through this a long time ago. We went through this a few weeks ago with Rajani, where we just kept talking about stuff, and he was just kind of like, All right, y'all talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna pull up the list, and I'm gonna see, do y'all know any of these people?
Okay.
Right. Actually, I got the list. All right, let's do this before we get into anything, because I think it's funny. Number one is Frankie Beverly. We already discussed that one. Phyllis Hyman. Any takers? Okay.
I heard the name. I don't know who that is.
Okay. She was a singer. She was probably the dopest Phyllis ever in history. And then number 3 was Gerald Levert. We already did that. Number 4, Tina Marie.
Yep.
That sounds familiar.
No, nothing? Okay. Number 5, Countess Vaughn.
Oh.
An annoying person.
She was on her claim to fame mostly is she was on Moesha, and then she was one half of the Parkers with Monique. And then number 6 is Leon. Number 7 is Monique. Like, okay, so white people probably have an idea who Monique is because of her Netflix protests. Outside of the Netflix protests, probably no one has any idea.
Monique had a show, though.
Which show?
Didn't she?
The Parkers with Countess Vaughn.
Yeah. I remember.
That was so long ago.
Yeah, that was.
I remember that, like, vaguely, but I remember it.
But didn't she have her own show? It was just a Monique show?
She might have had a talk show for a short bit, and then she has a podcast with her husband that's pretty successful.
I know she hosted a Queens of Comedy. When after Kings of Comedy came out, they did a female version.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, that's how I know her then, because I remember seeing some of that.
But most people outside of us know her because she won an Oscar for Precious.
Precious, yeah. I remember that man too, yeah.
Okay. Number 8 is Tom Joyner. We discussed that one already. Number 9, Stephanie Mills.
Yes.
Nope.
Crickets. Do you know that Stephanie Mills was actually Michael Jackson's first girlfriend? Mm-hmm.
Isn't she the one who's like rumored to have a son by him or something? There's like some dude that looks just like him. That was somebody else.
Diana Ross. Diana Ross's youngest kind of looks Michael Jackson-ish.
Because it was one that was like, oh, who's Billie Jean or whatever, and everybody was like, well, it's this person.
Actually, there was a few songs because when I guess Diana Ross never wanted to like pursue a relationship with him because of the age gap. So like, and when she got married and started having kids and stuff like that, that's what Dirty Diana is about.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that one, yeah.
He made a song just basically talking shit about her. It wasn't, it was like, it was titled that because of her. All right, number 10, Bobby Womack.
Yep.
Oh, I know who Bobby Womack is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't necessarily know who this person is. I've heard her name before, but I don't know her like that. What's how you pronounce it? Lettucey? She's
the singer. The singer, yeah. I know who that is.
Okay. So this one, no one's gonna get this. Bumper Robinson.
Is he a basketball player? I don't know.
No, he is an actor. He played in a lot of like 90s TV shows. Like if I share my screen, hold on. Let me share my screen, and you especially he hosts disabled participant screen sharing.
It did?
Yes.
I'll just Google him.
Hold on.
Yeah, just Google Bumper Johnson.
You can share screen now.
And that
dude.
Hey, see, I told you he's just that dude.
I never knew his name.
Yeah,
he was Choir Boy in a different world.
Yeah, see, he's just that dude. Okay.
Okay.
Number 13, Millie Jackson.
I heard of that person. I don't know who that is.
Millie Jackson was one of those people that was like, she was a singer, but she made like raunchy music, like really like sexy stuff. And like one of her most famous songs is called Tonight's the Night. It's been sampled like a million times. But
is it like old school Curly B basically?
Yeah,
old school Cardi B.
You say Curly B.
I didn't say Curly.
Yeah, but there's also a video of Millie Jackson, and this people use this every time someone talks about Cardi B and that new song being too overt or whatever like that. They point to this video of Millie Jackson walking down from the stage with a microphone, singing a song called "Let Me Feel Your Dick" while walking to different dudes and grabbing their crotches.
Huh.
Oh, I've seen one of her album covers before in like a record shop.
Exactly. So I know like all of these people except for that one singer chick. Like that's the only one that I didn't really know. But there's like a bunch of people. Those, according to Essence magazine, those were the top ones of people who are Black famous.
Bobby Womack, I think, might. Like the only reason I know who he is because Tarantino used one of his songs at the beginning of Jackie Brown.
Across 110th Street.
Was 110th Street? Was that Womack?
That was Bobby Womack.
Bobby Womack's music was in that movie. I don't know. I think that was Bobby Womack.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's been done by other people, but that was the Bobby Womack.
Yeah, that was his music. That was his.
I know that
Okay.
was that was also the sample for Just Touchdown by Big Crit. I'm a sample person. Leave me alone.
I remember first time I heard the name Bobby Womack is when in Next Friday when what's his name calls Pinky Bobby Womack looking mother or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got a different list from BuzzFeed, but we need to go. Because I'm gonna be quiet. So how's it been, guys? We'll start with Scott because Scott hasn't been around the longest.
It's been okay. You guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm not lighting up, so I didn't know if I was talking or not. Never use Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes there's a lag.
That's how you get killed, man.
Scott, you look like you're about to pour yourself some drink or something. That's what you look like right now.
With his limousine, chicken limousine.
Yeah, with
in the
chicken limo in the background.
Everybody, had their cars behind them. So I was like, I'm gonna put the chicken limo. It's a hometown thing.
So that's an actual thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we got like 2 or 3 of them in town. I've been seeing that since I was a kid.
So what is it actually a chicken limo?
It's just a limo that has a chicken on top of it.
It's just a chicken.
That's
That's the business. It's a chicken.
They're not handing out chicken or anything. They're not.
No, it's just a limousine service, and they got chicken on top of it.
That's brilliant.
All right.
So if you you think you would even your relationship would last if you drove up with that to your prom to your lady?
I'm guessing the chicken limo is probably better than the pussy wagon.
I don't know. It's close.
Definitely better than the Chill King.
The Chill King mobile. Come on, dog.
Well, the chicken limo, you can be like, this is the cock wagon.
It's the cockmobile. Yeah.
I hate you guys.
But yeah, man, I've been good. Just been working, trying to get through this Rona stuff because it's everybody at my house is exposed to it. We all work or go to school, so it's like
You still work at Ground Zero?
Yeah. Luckily, I work at night, so we're closed, so I ain't got to deal with all that. But April, she works at a prison now and a medical assistant, so she's got to deal with that every damn day.
Damn.
Then my oldest, she works at a daycare that is right next to a hospital, so all the hospital kids are there. So, yeah.
And how's your boys?
Oh, they good. Said got one to start kindergarten.
Word.
Now, Scar, he works at the same place that Tim Pan does, right?
Yes. Y'all beefing. Y'all got beef, son. It's on site. It's on site.
I don't care. Look, the only thing I don't like is like Friday after they close, they come over here, and it's like the worst of the worst.
Really? So they just come. So all the little I don't like using that word. All of the hood Walmart dudes. I don't like using the word ghetto as a descriptor. So all of the little hood Walmart dudes, they get all.
Well, not only that, people at Walmart everyone from people at Walmart.com come to our store, and you can spot them a mile away.
Wow.
So lucky enough, I work in like a high, or nice neighborhood, so we really don't have the people at Walmart coming in. So I'm lucky.
Really, because I've been to the ones in the high, like even those have a little bit of people at Walmart.com.
You know how you know when you're in a good Walmart? If they got a lobster tank. That's how you know.
Is that a thing?
Let you know you in the good Walmart.
Like I said, it's like the neighborhood I'm in. I mean, like I don't live in this neighborhood, but I drive like half an hour to go to work. But like down the house, we got like $2 million houses.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
I hope to obtain that at some point.
So this is one of those areas where they were fought hard not to have my store built. Like we got so many like we can't have deliveries past 8:00, so all their trucks got to come in the morning.
If we have no such restrictions in Virginia, Virginia is just like, yo, you want a fucking Walmart? All right, cool. There's one across the street already. Fine. Just make the other one a neighborhood market. Like, we have no restriction on Walmarts. You can always find a fucking Walmart in Virginia. Always. There's one everywhere. And it's one of those things that where it's like back when like Walmart first like really started like really become like huge, and they had that documentary on Netflix, and it was just like, yo, people resist Walmarts. Like I live in Newport News, there's 5.
So yeah, like where I live at, there is 6 within 10, 15 minutes of a drive.
You know what I mean? That's kind of how it is in Richmond too. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 within less than 15 minutes. One of them is a neighborhood market, so it kind of counts.
Yeah, I got 2 there neighborhood markets.
Yeah, it kind of counts. The neighborhood markets are like, you know me. Do the people who work at the neighborhood markets kind of put their pinky up and kind of sip, according to like looking at the other Walmarts? Like,
I've worked at both.
Okay,
and like the neighborhood market is so laid back. I mean, it's like
I think the neighborhood markets think they're better than y'all.
Yeah, it's like we don't have the Black Friday sale, so our Black Friday was the day before Thanksgiving. Everybody coming in trying to buy the turkeys that won't thaw before Thanksgiving dinner. So I don't know why you're trying to buy them.
What about 4th of July when everybody comes for like picnic stuff or whatever?
We just have those bunkers set with hot dogs and
there you go.
With that.
Here, have at it. Leave me alone.
It's like. Then again, I worked at an inner city neighborhood market, so that was fun.
Just say hood. Just say hood. Don't say inner city because it makes you sound like a fucking Republican. Like, just say hood.
Or when you say urban.
Inner city
or urban area
makes you sound like a fucking Republican. No,
I'm not a Republican. So.
It was hood. Just say it's a hood. You worked at the hood Walmart for a little bit, and it was actually hood.
Yeah, it was hood enough. There was at least shootings outside at least once every 6 months in the parking lot.
That happens at the one club in Newport News. But every time they go to try to shut the club down, they can't because the shootings always happen outside, and because they happen outside, you can't blame the club for that.
Yeah.
There's a Walmart not too far from here that's had a couple of shootouts in the parking lot a few times.
So it's like now with all the recent in-store shootings that happened recently, we got to take this. We have computer-based learning things. That's about avoid, deny, defend. So it's if there's active shooter situation, it's the same video every 3 months.
Wow.
It's I got to sit through this 15-minute thing again. I know what to do.
Again.
I hear shots. I run out.
What is the deny part about?
Yeah.
Just try to barricade yourself if you're in a room. Try to barricade the door.
Oh, I thought it meant avoid the shooter, deny it ever happened.
I was thinking it was deny you work there, take your smock off and just I'm going to participate too.
No, you have the bullet coming at you, and you just yell, "No!"
All of a sudden, that no turns you into fucking Neo.
No, it's just it's like the bullet stops, and it's all "Oh man!"
You basically the bullet is Swiper.
Yeah.
Okay, all of the people with kids just started laughing.
It crawls back into the gun somehow.
Shooter, no shooting. Oh man.
Oh yeah, Scar, was you trying to say that I'm reclaiming my whiteness? So I think the last time I was getting ready to go to a Billy Joel concert.
Yes.
I can do you one better. I went to a Billy Joel tribute act one time a few years ago.
That's the only thing that could be worse than Billy Joel. Billy Joel tribute. Why are we doing this to ourselves?
Well, see, it was coupled with an Elton John tribute act, and that was really cool. So
okay, so the Elton John tribute, that somebody better be on it. You can't just do Elton John. Kind of the same way that you can't just do Queen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. But this guy was good. He wasn't Elton, obviously, but he was pretty damn close.
But yeah, it's funny because you say that. Why? I was in the people of color section, man.
Really?
There was 2 or 3 black couples, 2 or 3 Hispanic couples. Dude, when the River Dreams came on, I felt like I was in church. That's all they were doing.
He's doing a hallelujah wave. Look at him.
He's turning the lights on in his room.
I froze for a second. I didn't finish what you were saying.
So I was in the people color section when the River of Dreams came on. It was like I was in church. The hands were up in the air.
River of Dreams,
like
that's like the worst song. That's like of all the songs, that one.
Yeah, that one.
My boss,
that's like his bottom 100 songs.
My boss loves Billy Joel and Bruce Springsteen, and like sometimes when he's in a good mood, like he'll be humming songs and stuff like that, and I have no fucking idea what he's talking about, and like everybody else does, because like most of the other people, like the other two people that I work closest to, like they're white, they're just kind of like I'm not really a fan, because both of them are like country music fans, which are the worst fans. Let's be honest,
and a lot of and a lot of those people have announced Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, but they know what it is.
They figured out that "Born in the USA" is not a patriotic song.
Well, this is what's hilarious to me is that like that happens like probably once every like 9 years or so. Like there's this there'll be this massive Republican awakening and realizing, oh shit, this song that we thought where we get to chant "Born in the USA" is actually about how shitty it was. How shitty the Vietnam War was.
Right. And then what is it? Some politician during the election leading up to Trump was trying to use that the "My Future's So Bright I Gotta Wear Shades" song, and like he was trying to use that song, and they were like, that song has nothing to do with anything that you're associating. It's about nuclear war. Like, that's what the fuck the song is about. What is wrong with you?
Well, I can understand people not knowing the Bruce Springsteen thing, but how the fuck does someone go their whole entire life not knowing that Rage Against the Machine is
I saw that tweet.
I saw that tweet. Yeah, it's like I used to like you, but you're too political. Like, bitch, who the fuck you think the Machine
is? They really thought they were raging against an actual literal machine,
like a literal machine. Right. I want to know who they thought, what they thought the line. Those who work forces are the same that burn crosses meant.
I mean, it's not that the lyrics. Well, even the casual Rage Against the Machine listener would pick up on that. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
If you pay attention to any of the actual words, it's like the people who listen to Bob Marley and think it's about smoking weed and chilling. Unlike, like you just okay. So like, okay, do we need a pamphlet so you can get the notes from the revolution meeting? Like, do we need this? Is this something that we need to make sure that you understand what's actually really happening here? Okay, so Max, like I know we've already been talking, but how'd you been since the last time we've been around?
Yeah, pretty good. Just same old, working and getting by. We're in the process of buying a house, so that's fun.
How close it is? How close is it to the house you have now?
Really close, like literally just around the corner.
Okay.
But it's like, but it's a new property. It's still being built. So,
okay. Also, you're not there yet.
No, not yet. They're aiming for about mid-November is what they're telling us.
Oh, because I've been telling people that were asking if you were still over there, and I was like, no, they moved. It's because I
thought. No, we're still in that.
We're still in him, but no.
We're still in the current house, the house that you've been to, but it's it's in disarray because we're trying to pack and purge as much as we possibly can.
Okay, as a person who works for a moving company, this is like super fucking interesting to me, but I realize that it's just for me because I work at a fucking moving company. So like, I'm like, I start thinking of all of the questions that I ask people over the phone about their moves. Like that's where my brain went. Because that's pretty much what I do all day. I answer the phone and I quote moves. Like that's pretty much what I do. So like,
so you just went in work mode for a second.
I totally did. Like when I said, how close is the new house to the old house? Like that's exactly where I went. Mentally. My bad. I'm tripping. That's me.
No, you good. If we were to hire you to be our movers, you would not be making very much money because you would literally just be going around the corner.
Oh no, we'd be making pretty decent because we not cheap.
Fair enough.
we not cheap at all. I talked to a homeboy and he was like, "Oh man," he said, "You work to a moving company." Well, somebody that I know, like the dude that I know that I talk to when I go to the CVS during lunch. He was like, "You work for a moving company." I needed a moving company last weekend, and I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "I needed to move a few things, so I had to get a U-Haul and do it myself." And I was like, "Yeah, like my smallest move right now is $425." Like he was like, "Never mind." That's the smallest I offer right now is $425.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ain't cheap.
Nope.
But yeah, that's basically been the gist of it. Like we haven't there because again, COVID's got everything shut down. There's nothing to do.
Absolutely. And my sisters came to visit me Saturday. And that's the first time I had seen them in person in quite some time. Because I haven't been home. I haven't really been traveling and nothing. But they came through to see me, and I thought that was kind of cool. Just to, I wasn't going to see them.
But being an introvert, it kind of works out because you're like, well, I would visit, but I'm, the COVID thing. We got to be safe.
I mean, I realize that I'm an omnivert. Like I can go either way and it turns on and off. Like leading up to an event, I'm just like, I don't want to be here. I'd just rather be at home. But the moment I'm there, I'm like a fucking superstar and like socializing and having a good fucking time. And I don't really want to leave. Like I think
I am kind of like that as well. It's just
yes. What were you saying?
It's just the anticipation to a social gathering is more of the more harder than the actual social gathering.
Yeah, I'm very much the same way. Like I will sit there and dread going out, and then as soon as I'm in the situation, it's like you settle it, you get into your grooves, and you're like, okay, I can work with this.
I think Sam's the same.
In the corner and cross my arms. I'm just like, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
I think Sam's the same, except for if they're going out to eat.
What?
Because you always post stuff from like restaurants and shit. Like you used to do that like a lot. I was like, yo, do you ever eat at home?
Yeah, when I was in college.
It's like Whataburger Central. Like I've never had Whataburger. I've never had that.
I had some last time I was in Florida, man. Oh man, hopefully we're talking about moving to some up here in the Midwest. I can't wait.
Yeah, and like everybody's about to get some now that they went national. Oh, they got owned by a national company.
They're talking about franchising or something, but yeah, we went to Florida in June and we had that every damn night. That's how good that shit was.
Wow.
Never had it, but I've heard amazing things.
Some of their slogans on their napkins and stuff still say stuff like, family owned, and I'm like, this is a goddamn lie.
But
okay, so before we move on to something else, I got two things I need to say. Rest in peace to Black Panther.
Yeah.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. And I think that's crazy about how he had cancer through all of that and still did his thing in all of that. He knew he had it. And like, then you see these old interviews and stuff like that during this time period. And he's kind of slick slide told everybody, but no one knew what he was talking about.
Yeah. I seen that. Crazy.
I was telling a friend the other night because she was the one who sent me the article saying that he had died. And like the more I read it, I was like, "This really fucking sucks," but I can't help but be in awe of him a little bit.
Yeah, you know who I'm in awe of the most?
Who's that?
People closest to him. Those are fucking friend goals for real. Because like, had it been anybody else, somebody in the camp would have leaked this shit, and no one said anything. We had absolutely no idea, and people. I guess the people around him knew, but like, no one said anything. That is 100% fucking friend goals right there. Because like, yo, I like if I tell my friends that I got an STD or some shit like that, it'll be all over fucking Facebook. I'm like, and his people kept this shit for 4 fucking years.
Headline news: Scar's got a STD.
Right. Yeah, Scar got chlamydia.
Clap, son.
And there's just a bunch of clap emojis. But
I've had one. I ain't had that
one. But it's true. It's true though. Like he kept it secret, and now that when you go back and look at these old interviews, you're like, oh shit, he was telling us the whole time. He was just coding it slightly.
Yeah. So rest in peace to him, and also And look, I think the whole thing about like people talking about, well, like, are they going to recast or what are they going to do? Calm the fuck down, dog. It's too fucking soon for that. Like, calm the fuck down for real. Like, with the recast or they should put Shuri in and they should make somebody started this whole fucking thing about how they needed to get the Mandarin to bring Killmonger back and all of this kind of weird shit. And it was like, this is how you tie all of this stuff in. I've seen like all kinds of fucking theories of how they can do this, how they can work around this. And I'm like, chill, dog. Like, let's just sit with this for a minute. Like, let's just figure out, like, damn, like my man just died and we already trying to figure out what it was, if we gonna recast that role. Calm down, B. Like, it's not
all
that
these movies are pushed back anyway, so I mean it's still gonna be a year and a half before they probably start filming anything.
Yeah, all this shit got pushed back, so like they got time. Just let them do their thing, bruh. Like, it's really.
I totally agree. And what's been kind of interesting is that, everyone, of course, is talking about Black Panther as being his most iconic role, which it is. But now people are kind of seeking out the other movies that he was in that aren't the Marvel movies. Mm-hmm. And he's played Jackie Robinson, he's played James Brown,
I saw Get On Up, but I saw it on bootleg. Don't tell nobody. I feel bad.
I still haven't seen it. I've heard good things about it, but
weirdest part is that I saw that movie and I had no idea that was him.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing about that. Like, they fucking. I heard the same thing about Straight Outta Compton. Like, they took out all of the bad parts of these people. And there's only one instance in that movie of James Brown beating a bitch ass. Like, and they kind of like. It's kind of like, Jill Scott plays one of his wives in the movie, and they kind of like go out the room, and you kind of see like,
oh, he shows her upstairs.
Well, why is Jill Scott always got to get beat up in movies?
I don't even know, because no one should ever beat up Jill Scott. She is a treasure. She is a human treasure. And except for I know someone who connected to her, and they don't like her very much, but but she is a human treasure, and no one should do that. No one should do anything to her. Shout out to Jill Scott, because they resurrected her character on Black Lightning. Like, she was.
I haven't got that far yet. They resurrected her.
She was dead, and they brought her. Oh, I'm sorry, they brought her ass back.
Spoiler.
I thought we was. Black Panther. Black Lightning. Been off the air and on Netflix for how long, bruh? Come on, man! I need you to get with me.
I'm still on season 1.
They brought her character
Black
back
Lightning
from the dead, because she was gone.
See, the only thing I watched of those shows last year was the Crisis on Infinite Earth crossover. I haven't watched anything else from those seasons.
Yeah, and now all of that stuff is never mind. I'm not getting into that. But all the Crisis on Infinite Earth stuff is just kind of like. Because all of the shows had to end early, and then like they had to make some changes. Like, I'm wondering if those CW shows, because I don't really watch a whole lot of TV shows that are actually on TV. I wonder if those okay, why the fuck did you need to say that out loud, nigga? Like, damn. I'm wondering if the CW shows are gonna get heroed. Where, like, everything was going good, the writer's strike happened and fucked everything up. I wonder if COVID is going to fuck everything up for these shows.
Hope not, since they're supposed to be having that Superman series. I'm waiting for that.
How do you do? I think that guy makes a pretty good Superman.
Yeah.
Like,
I watched the Crisis show, and I had no idea what was going on, because I saw zero leading up to anything.
Okay.
I comics, so I kind of knew what was going on, but not really, because I never watched any of those shows.
I saw a recap of what happened in the actual comics, and like they kind of like did some of it, but like a lot of it was some new shit.
Yeah.
Like they still went ahead in 2020 or 2019, named that dude the Anti-Monitor. I was like, that's back then it was the dumbest name ever.
Yes.
In these times, this is the dumbest name ever.
That was kind of dumb. I will say that.
I just love that because I had like 3 Superman in the show, and it's like yes, I want them to do something with Brandon Roth again.
Remember, I was like texting Scar. I was like, "Yo, is that the dude from the movie?"
Yeah, he's out. He's out. Because he's not even on Legends anymore.
I know they were saying something about him having a series on HBO Max, like a little like 6-episode like maxi series or something.
I know they're doing a.
He appeared out of the sunset.
Why the fuck did you need to say that? Damn. I know that HBO is doing the Green Lantern show.
Yeah,
are they?
With Ryan Reynolds.
No, please no. I actually haven't even seen those movies, but like people have said so.
Don't watch that. Don't watch that.
But then again, I saw Suicide Squad and I didn't hate it.
I actually enjoyed Suicide Squad. I thought it was
how many people's in the new
movie. It was a fun movie. That's all.
Yeah,
it was fine. I prefer Birds of Prey.
I haven't seen that one.
Did you see all the people that's in the new Suicide Squad movie going to come out?
Yes.
Yeah, half of them are going to die.
Well, Rockstar is making Rocksteady is making a Suicide game or Suicide Squad game.
Yeah.
And then,
like, why they gotta make Superman evil again, man? Why are all these games making him evil? It's like the third one.
Because you can't sustain him as a super fucking clean Boy Scout. Like you have to do something like the way that they tried to do in Batman's versus Superman's. They made him like emo as fuck because you can't just make him like that. Shit just doesn't work now. Like
I mean, it's kind of like the Avengers. With Captain Marvel, she couldn't have been in that whole movie because it'd have been over quick. She would have just killed everybody,
right? Like Thanos had to literally like, oh shit, I got a problem here. Take the fucking Power Stone out of the fucking gauntlet and punch the shit out of her. Like he had to.
Because he was about to get got right there.
He headbutted her in that movie. He headbutted her, and she just gotta look like, oh. That's what you got. so like, I love her whole thing. Why? I love her whole thing about crashing through spaceships, like because she does that in both movies. She just kind of crashes through a fucking spaceship. Why do you do that? Like, why can't you just do anything else? Like you're kind of all powerful. Like you're kind of a Superwoman. Like,
that's what I was telling. Because like there are people I know that had never heard of her, and I was like, okay, just imagine female Superman. That's pretty much what she is.
Yeah, pretty much. Now I want to know. Here's what I want to know. And I said I wasn't going to talk very much, and I keep cutting y'all off. When they introduce the X-Men to the MCU, is Rogue going to take her powers?
Hopefully.
I know that generally Disney does not like her very much, especially with all of the problems that she made for them during the press run leading up to the movie. So, like, they're really not worried about making a second movie of hers. Like, they're really not worried about it.
I'm sorry, which one are we talking about right now?
Captain Marvel.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I get what she was saying, but, like, you need to be careful about saying that around here. It's like, it's one of those things to where it's like, I had a Facebook friend who is going all off because she just, and I think we talked about this when during the Rashani show, but she just realized that NAMBLA exists.
Oh God!
and then somebody chimed in talking about how NAMBLA exists but it is able to keep existing because it's mostly white males and they protect themselves, blah blah blah, whatever. Right message, wrong fucking time to say it. The exact right message, but wrong fucking time to say it. And that's what I feel about what she said up until during the press run. They were.
Can you enlighten some of us? Because I had no idea what's going on.
Oh, there was a backlash because I can't remember the exact wording, but they were asking her about fanboys shitting on her stuff, and she said she doesn't really care about white males reviewing her movie or watching her movie. You know what I mean? Like, she's making a movie and it's mostly about, chick empowerment and all that other shit. So, like, she doesn't really care about white males. And, like, I get what you're saying, but, like, white males are the people who go see these fucking movies. And the reason why they're billion-dollar properties, like, calm the fuck down, chick. Like, we need their money. Like, of course, you don't necessarily want to hear from them, but we need their money. So shut the fuck up. And that's pretty much how this worked. And then, like, after all of the stuff that we're going to boycott this movie, it still made $1 billion fucking dollars. So, like, it didn't really make any real difference.
So that's why they were mad. That's why they were mad. I just thought they were just being misogynist.
No, they were super mad because she said she didn't want the white males.
I'm just gonna ignore what Chase is doing right now.
Yeah, Chase is just in his own world. Chase is getting drowned out. Again.
He's got the Sleep album cover behind him now. So yeah.
The what album cover?
Dope Smoker.
Dope Smoker.
Nope, sure. No idea.
Don't worry.
White famous.
like a certain subset of white people would know that album pretty well.
I don't know that album.
Yeah.
I'll wax poetic on Sleep in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So y'all want to get into some stuff? Are we going to talk about stuff that we've watched, or talk about? Are we going to try to get through watched and games? I know that Max don't really play any games. Do you want to try to get through both? Because I have a doozy that I watched.
Listen, we can take it slow, man. We got 5 people on the podcast. We don't have to rush it, man.
Okay, so
yeah.
We're not rushing. We're not rushing.
Okay, something that I watched, and I knew that this was not going to be a good watch because I've heard all of the things bad about this movie, and I was just like, like kind of how I felt with Suicide Squad. It can't possibly be that bad. Not possibly. I finally fired up the Disney Plus and I watched the Fantastic Four. The Michael B. Jordan Fantastic Four.
Okay.
I have not seen those at all.
Well, I haven't seen the other.
Bruh. Let me tell you about this movie. This movie is a whole ass first act of a fucking series. The whole movie, it does not have any 3 acts. This is just one act of apparently they thought they might have some sort of sequels, but like, this shit is
basically like a pilot.
Yeah, this is 100% a pilot. It's just, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about this. Like I'm thinking, they said that Fox had to hurry up and make something, or they were going to have to give the rights back. So they just literally grabbed what they could, grabbed a couple of names, slapped them motherfuckers on the screen, and was like, act. And it was just like, what the fuck? Like this movie makes next to no sense.
I think that's because of the studio, because from what I remember is like halfway through it, they had to do a whole bunch of reshoots because the studio wasn't liking the direction it was going. So it was more like a horror movie.
Yeah, and then apparently the guy who directed it was just like, this ain't my shit no more. Like, they done fuck with this shit so much. They done cut out action scenes, all kinds of shit. There was only really one action scene.
Yeah, I don't think he had anything to do with the editing for that movie or nothing. He just walked away from it. Kind
of the same way with the Hulk movie, and Ed Norton tried to take full control over that shit, and it was just like,
that didn't work.
Ed Norton was like, I'm out.
Yeah, Ed Norton was just like, all right, Daryl.
Everyone shits on the Ed Norton one, but it's nowhere as bad as the Ang Lee one.
Ed Norton was the Aretha gif where she picks up her purse and leaves. Or is that you never seen that gif? It's a funny gif.
The what? Oh, hold on, I'm trying to think about what you're talking about.
There's a gif of Aretha Franklin where she picks up her purse and walks away.
Oh, okay. Now that one I don't know. I know the LeBron James one.
That one was funny. I'm saying that was
where the LeBron James had the man purse and like the suit shorts. He just kind of gets up and walks away from the press conference. Yeah, I know that one. But yeah, that movie, it had potential. It had some potential.
But like saying something has potential is such. I mean, anything has potential.
But it's like, okay, it's. I don't know if you can really do like. It'll be interesting to see what the MCU can do with the property. But how the fuck do you do a Fantastic Four movie? Like, you got a motherfucker made out of rocks. Like, how the fuck do you just pull that off? And it's not like he's the Hulk where you could just have the regular dude just kind of around sometimes. Like, the motherfucker's just made out of rocks. Just rocks. And it's not even like he's like Gamora and the motherfuckers that's like, okay, she's a person, but she's just a different color. Woohoo! No, he's made out of fucking rocks. So that means the whole movie, unless they're just gonna do him all CG and he has to wear one of those fucking mocap suits, you gotta have a motherfucker.
What would happen.
I mean, just like a Guardian of the Galaxy, you care for a tree.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's voiced by Vin Diesel for some reason. Like, what the fuck did you need Vin Diesel for this? Including like the kid one and the teenage one. It's still Vin Diesel. How the fuck did you?
Have you seen the pictures of Batista sitting there with his hand on Rocket's head, like consoling him, but then they show the mocap version, and the dude's just sitting there with his head.
Oh, I've seen that one. The mocap dude, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like, it could probably be done now, because, yeah, that late 90s, even, like, into the 2010s, or not 2010s, but, like, into the aughts, what I would say is the CGI just really wasn't, it's pretty good now, like, where it's not got that, like, obviously I mean, yeah, know that there's not a little raccoon running around, but it's not like so obvious to where like it looks a little bit more like
it's more textured.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something really stupid about this movie, right? All right, so you go through the whole thing, and then they all get their powers or whatever like that, and it's like this big event, and then this one guy goes and he talks to Ben. He goes and he talks to Ben, and you can see Ben. He's not like very well lit, but he's lit enough to where you can actually see Ben, right? Later on, when Reed is trying to escape, Reed sees Ben, and it's like this big fucking reveal of what Ben looks like. Bitch, I just saw him. Why are you acting like this is some like grand reveal of what Ben looks like now? I mean, I get it. This is new to Reed. This isn't new to the audience. They make it seem like when he's talking to Reed, like he like steps out of the shadows and you can actually see him in all of his rock motherfucker glory. And it's just like, yo, we've already seen him. So like, you didn't have to do this grand reveal thing. And like, duh. And also, the chick who plays Sue, apparently during the reshoot, she must have changed her hair, because there are some scenes where she is wearing an obvious fucking wig that looks absolutely nothing like her hair looked in the other fucking scenes. It's so obvious.
Yeah, that's always fun when you can tell the obvious reshoots by how bad the wigs are.
Yeah. Or when they, CGI out a mustache.
Oh, fuck, that was god awful.
I did not find that. I didn't find that to be the worst. Like, I didn't find it to be the worst thing. Like everyone was like, that's all I could notice. And I was just kind of like, no, it just kind of looks weird. It looks a little bit weird, but I'm just going to keep going. I mean,
which one was that again?
That was Superman. Justice League, yeah.
Justice League. Justice League has the illest fucking scene ever. Like, the funniest shit and the illest fucking scene ever. Like, I know Scott would love this because Scott's a Superman fan, but like that part where he's fighting everybody and the Flash tries it. And you
that side eye.
You see Superman just kind of be like, bitch. I know you're not just trying to run up on me. And like Superman is like choking motherfuckers and shit. Like he's just like, yo, he's fucking the Justice League up. And the Flash tries to come at him from behind. And like in Flash time, you see Superman go, bitch. Like it is the best scene ever because that like really shows you the real motherfucker that Superman could be. But of course, at that part of the movie, he was kind of evil, which you have to fucking do in order to make Superman cool because that look, that like, bitch, I know you're not just trying to run up on me like I can't fucking see you. Bitch, I can see you. Like that, you have to make him evil in order to do that because goody two shoes clean fucking Superman can't fucking do that.
I'm waiting to see what that scene looks like in the Snyder cut. Because they already Snyder already says took out the "Do you bleed" line. He said don't fit. It's like, yeah, it does. He's saying it back to Batman.
Yeah. I'm gonna shut up now. What have y'all watched?
If you watch Max, you're a watcher.
Yeah, I haven't really been. I haven't been watching a whole lot of. I haven't seen a whole lot of movies lately. Although I did. I picked up a Blu-ray of the early Martin Scorsese short films that he made when he was a student at NYU. Those were pretty good. I've also been watching the TV show Schitt's Creek.
My girlfriend started that. I don't know if she ever finished it, but I know she started it.
It's really funny, but yeah, that was
for everybody else that's listening and will be listening later. That's totally some white people shit. Like, yo,
it definitely is.
It's like super white people shit. I mean, my girlfriend's white, so she's included in that. But it's totally some white people shit.
Yeah, it absolutely is. It's really fun. But yeah, we've been so busy lately that we haven't really had time to watch a whole lot of anything. But
what have you been doing for fun, for entertainment, Max?
I've been
nuts.
I finally got around to like truly activating my Bandcamp account, so I've been going around and downloading a bunch of albums.
Yeah, it's cool. Like because I've been doing the same thing. Like I'll just go through like a subgenre and just kind of look through things. Oh, that album cover looks cool. Let me see what that is. And sometimes you'll be surprised that it's pay what you want, so I can literally download this for free.
Yeah. I've looked
because that was like that thing I sent you, the Dungeon Weed.
Yeah. I downloaded it, but I felt bad doing it as a $0 one, so I paid like $10 for it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because I found that under experimental indie. I was like, I wonder what's under here, and then also I clicked that. I was like, so it just brings me right back around the stoner metal. I was like, I can't get away from this shit. I just love it so much. When that fat fucking bass came in, I was like, holy shit. But that's some good.
You got anything else for me, Max? Did we lose you? Are y'all getting fucking Amber alerts?
That's what it sounds like to
Somebody
me.
is.
It's flood alerts.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because y'all said it was raining. But I say, Max, you got anything else for me? We keep losing Max. All right, Scott, it's on you.
So, like I said earlier, I want this to tie into our discussion of albums that we bought that we regret. So, I've been watching the No Limit Chronicles.
So you bought something to shocker, huh?
Yeah. That was me in high school.
We all did because my phone was on that joint. You know what I mean? Like we all did.
I say it's half of No Limit's catalog because I bought every fucking CD, every single one of them. So we had a mom and pop CD store, and you know how back in the day albums used to come out on Tuesdays. They would release those motherfuckers on Friday, the Friday before. So after school, go down to that record store, buy every album that comes out. You know, when they had like, 2 a month?
Yeah, they had like one a week, yeah.
Yeah. Like Mercedes and Magic and...
What was the dude's name? I don't know if he was one of them. I think he was one of them, or he had a link to the people who did the album covers. But the guy with the bears on the cover,
yeah, Big Bear.
Was it Big? What's his name? Was
Something like that.
Big Bear.
Those pen and pixel album covers, man. I still like that one that Rashani. Me and Rashani was talking about the Duncan Hose.
Yes. Wait.
Oh, I've seen that one. Yeah, that's a good one.
But yeah, I was watching No Limit Chronicles. It's funny seeing how Master P, how much money he had back in that time, and he still makes today.
Yeah.
It's like, man,
he's making rapper flavored ramen.
And he's got the rap snacks. I don't know if you've seen those or not.
Yeah, I've seen the rapper snacks. I've only tried the Migos joints. I only tried the Migos.
I've seen both of them in the store, the Migos and the Cardi B one.
That's like watching this. It's like, I forgot when he was in the NBA. When he's trying to be in the NBA with the Hornets.
Yeah, now they're trying to get J. Cole into the NBA for some reason.
Yeah, I've seen that.
No, thank you.
What is he just going to go into NBA and be boring as well?
Pretty much. J. Cole is boring. Oh, speaking of boring, I listened to the new Nas album. It's still fucking boring. Better beats, still fucking boring.
I don't know,
I stopped listening to him about 10 years ago. It was like, dude, you keep making the same album over and over.
I mean, maybe I'm different because I wasn't in that world, so I would just like hear. So I've really only, I've heard other songs, of course, but I really only have really listened to Illmatic. So
what?
That's really.
What's the name of?
Illmatic.
What's his name?
I plead the fifth.
What's it called, Chase? Laundromatic?
You added like an extra syllable in there. Like yo, it's just Illmatic, dog. Like you add, like you was about to start rolling your L's and shit. Like, come on, dog. Like, what the fuck?
I'm
about to pronounce it like llama.
I'm getting harassed. I'm getting harassed over here. I'm bullied.
You said it. I didn't say it. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to start watching the Rough Riders Chronicles, but my
YouTube that right there.
What?
You stop that right now.
Well, I'm just waiting to see what the next Chronicles is going to be.
I don't think he got what you were trying to say.
What?
He said you were going to watch the Rough Rider Chronicles. It sounds like a porn series.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Like, so I wonder what the next one's going to be, because there really ain't much more you can do. I mean, Rap a Lot wasn't that big.
You know,
Cash Money.
You know what? I'm listening to a podcast right now. I listen to Questlove Supreme, and they're doing an older thing based off of they're doing an older re-airing an older interview with Al B. Shore, and they need to do Uptown. They really need to do Uptown. Like
Uptown Records.
Yes, we need that whole album. We need that whole Uptown thing. Like, I'm talking about all of it, not just like the Uptown that we know. I'm talking about, like, going back and get Father MC. Like, we need all that. Father MC, like Early Mary, Jodeci, Al B. Shore, like Hev. Like, we need to get all that Uptown shit. Like,
I'm back.
The game needs this. The game needs this. But Al B. Shore is like, it's crazy. I didn't realize. Okay, this is to the white people. I need y'all to turn down just for a little bit. I didn't realize that Al B. Shore is like the man behind the scenes. Like, did you know? Like, he wrote most of fucking Jodeci's first album. He wrote "Forever My Lady." He wrote it.
Hey, so I can actually see that.
Yeah, he wrote the fucking song. And like,
is he related to Pauly Shore?
Chase, shut up.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me that time. So you ain't got to say I bullied you.
Well, Sam doesn't like me anyway, so I understand.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, can you guys hear me at all?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm on my phone, and there's a flash flood warning going around here, and I got the warning come on, and then it just killed all my audio.
Okay. Yeah, I thought
It's a flash flood. You didn't me talking.
Yeah, we thought you got an Amber Alert. We thought it was an Amber Alert, so it's all good.
You got the Amber Alert, and then Max has appeared because they all know shit.
Max started looking around. Like, oh shit! The phone starts jiggling and shit. Fuck. But yeah, I think the next they should do Uptown. They should do Uptown. They can do Bad Boy.
Yeah, Bad Boy. No, probably Death Row.
They can roll Uptown right into Bad Boy because it's pretty much
yes, very much so.
So just out of curiosity, what's the topic that we're on right now?
He was watching a series.
Our most embarrassing moment. You go for you're next.
Okay, yeah, they're dead. No, he was. Scott was watching a series where they do a documentary series on like in era of a record company.
I think I've heard of that.
Okay, and he was we were talking about other eras and record companies they could do. Now, of course, like I am 100% here for the Rockefeller episodes, like all of it, every single bit of it. I am here for. But yeah, all right, Scott, you got anything else for me?
I'm trying to think. Only. I don't know. Just been listening to more podcasts at work now since we're closed at night. I can actually listen to stuff. So I found one, discovered the other day. It's called "My Mama Told Me."
You know what? I listened to the first episode because of like some of the other podcasts I'm listening to. Like listening to Questlove Supreme, there was an ad for it.
Yeah, so I heard the ad. I was like, I gotta listen to this, man. This sounds hilarious.
Yeah, the first episode, someone actually told him that you can actually, as a person, as a man, you could run out of cum in your life. You can ejaculate enough to run out. It will stop. And
people listen to it. It's like they're talking about conspiracy theories that the white man made up. but it's
yeah,
like my mama told me not to,
Yeah, so yeah, I did. That's the only one that I listened to, but I listened to that 100% because of an ad on another podcast. But
it's like the host is hilarious, so it's like, man, I gotta listen to this. There's only like 5 or 6 episodes out right now.
Yep. All right, Sam, what you got for me?
Well, I haven't really been watching much. I mean, about a month ago, I was going to talk about this on the next show I was on, but then stuff started getting hectic at work. About a month ago, I was watching this show on Hulu, which was apparently on FX or something. It's called Devs. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It kind of flew under the radar.
I seen the preview and I added it to my watch list, but I have not started it.
It's like basically Ron Swanson is like Bill Gates or something. And he's developing this program that's supposed to. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to because like even talk about that as a spoiler. He develops a program with a bunch of his top people. And one of them discovers something that he shouldn't, and stuff starts to go haywire, and then people go missing, people get shot up, chopped up, all that good stuff. The acting is dreadful, not from like Ron Swanson and them; they're okay, but the main characters, the good guys you're supposed to root for, are bad actors, and it makes me want to be like, come on, go to their house and chop them up, please, I'm begging you, take them out of their
comedy.
It's a sci-fi.
It's a comedy.
You know something?
No, it's a sci-fi. Yeah.
Speaking of bad actors, the asshole dude from Divergent is a terrible Reed Richards. The end.
Really?
He was the ass. I don't know him from nothing else. I know him as the asshole dude from Divergent.
So yeah, like the main character is just like we don't really. Well, I wouldn't so much say even. I don't know if she's a bad actor or they just gave her bad dialogue or what, but I feel nothing for her for when she gets herself in the peril of her own doing, by the way. You'll notice when you watch the show, you'll be like, you could have just avoided all of that and just went home and had lunch and just watched TV.
I could use that excuse if everybody had bad dialogue. But why would they write bad dialogue just for one character or just for a few characters and other characters that you know are good actors?
The people you're supposed to care about are just like, I want to slap all of you because you're all stupid.
You mean
but
it's the same way I wanted to slap everybody with season 4 of Friday Night Lights with a whole fucking big bad. It could have been solved with one fucking phone call.
Well, we're not going to go with we're not going to go into Friday Night Lights.
Wait. Are you saying that that's a worse season than season 2 of Friday Night Lights?
Is season 2 that bad? I think season 4 is the worst. Like the whole big bad of what happened with Tammy could have been fucking solved with one fucking phone call, and they made it seem like it was this real big fucking thing. Call that bitch mama, and this whole fucking thing is solved. The mama says, "I made her get the abortion." Problem fucking solved. But no one called this bitch mama. Like, it is the stupidest fucking thing ever. Like, you're talking about this girl and you're talking about advice that Tammy was supposed to have given her. All you had to do was, she's a minor, so like, duh, you can't ask her any questions without her mama being present. Her mama would have just said, I made her fucking do it. You don't have to be mad at Tammy for nothing. This is fucking stupid. Sorry.
I don't know. I don't think it's any. I don't think that's any more stupid than the season 2 storyline where they went down to Mexico to get shark. What are they called? Crap.
Penises?
The thing that was going to help. Yeah, shark penises. The thing that was going to help. That was going to help the dude in the wheelchair walk again.
Oh, shark penises.
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah, shark penises.
That dude. The other guy who, his friend Herc.
Yeah.
I see that guy everywhere. He was in the most recent season of the Umbrella Academy and everything. I've seen that dude everywhere.
Wait, you actually watched the Umbrella Academy?
Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad. Season 2 was not as good as stuff.
Two things I really can't tolerate: bad science fiction and Ellen Page.
Yeah, Ellen Page. I'm
as soon as I heard that, I'm like, nope.
I'm sorry. I know dudes just kind of like really like Ellen Page. I'm like, she looks like a 10-year-old boy with long hair. Like, I'm sorry. She looks like a 10-year-old boy.
So anyway, divs, bad acting, the final resolution, which you'll see, that you'll see yourself. But when they get to the final resolution, I'm like, why does nobody have any questions? Why did you do this? What's going on? Why did you do this to me? No one answers these questions. They're like, oh, okay, so this is how it is now. All right, this is how I'm going to live my life this is how I'm going to live the rest of my life. Fine. Nobody questions anything in this show. Right. Yeah, it's just kind of like I can understand kind of like a simple, basic, ordinary, boring storyline, but if you don't have good actors to make it come to life, it's not good. Like there were only two people on this show that were actually okay, which was Ron Swanson and one of the devs. This dude that I always see in movies, but I never know his name. You
keep calling him by his character name, and I only barely know that because people keep talking about the character's name. But I have no idea who the fuck you're talking about.
I don't know his actual name.
Okay.
Oh, it's Nick Offerman.
Yeah, that guy. But yeah, him and one of the devs, this older black dude that I always see in movies, but I don't ever know his name either. They're the only decent actors in this film, in this show. Everybody else. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't want to say too much because it'll spoil it.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yep, I've heard decent things about that, so I still need to check it out. It was done by the guy who did the movie Ex Machina.
Yeah, it kind of had that look in the previews.
Yeah, and he also did Annihilation.
Well, that
it had a very video game.
Did you say that was good or wasn't?
Wasn't.
Okay. See, I liked that movie, but
Okay, so before we get into what we've been playing, because Max, you're probably not going to have much to say during this part. Do you want to talk about your embarrassing albums?
Oh yeah. God, where to begin with that? Well, I did consciously buy the very first Kid Rock album with my own money.
I own it and I love it. We don't go there. We don't go there
Fair.
because like he became like super fucking Republican dude and like somehow he likes he doesn't like how Beyonce looks. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Who doesn't like how Beyonce looks? Like,
I know there's lots of problems there. Like,
and he used to fuck Midori. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the dude who used to fuck Midori is like pretending like he likes fucking like skinny fucking cracked out white chicks now. It's like, you used to fuck Midori, dude. You have a black son. Your son is black.
We talk about first K-Rock and we talk about grit sandwiches for breakfast from like
this was what was it called?
Oh, what your ball, the bang, the bang, the ding,
yeah, that
ding,
one.
ding, the ding, ding.
And
you know what's funny is that ball with the ball, that whole like little whatever he says there sounds exactly like Korn's bassist playing.
That's true. I never thought about that, but that's a very good point. Chase can probably attest to this too. I was buying new metal records a lot longer than I should have been.
Oh no! Come on, I'm with you on this. I'm about this. I'm about the new metal, early new metal life. Let's do this.
I hated every moment of new metal.
No, I love.
The last concert I went to was a Slipknot concert.
I don't count them as new metal. I know they fall into that category, but they are so very clearly different from almost every single new metal band.
Well, it's weird because new metal, which is a dumb name, it is. A lot of bands get put into that category, and if you listen to you say everything that you know about new metal and listen to them back to back, they're completely different. Like System of a Down sounds completely different than Deftones. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like they're not the same genre. Like it shouldn't be a genre. Like to me, the quintessential like new metal is really anything that has that funk metal, like Faith No More sound, and then everything else just kind of got lumped in there because they were on the Family Values tour.
Yeah, definitely.
Because like, how the fuck did Orgy end up in considered a part of this?
Yeah, when they were just ripping off new wave.
Yeah, they were just heavy new wave.
Yeah, but yeah, like I bought like bands that nobody can probably even remember now, like Taproot and Flaw and all that.
I didn't really care for Flaw, but Taproot I think holds up a little. Like a lot of people don't even really know about them.
Yeah, like they had like their moment in the sun, which wasn't very big. I think they toured on Ozfest for a little bit, and then that was about as far as it went for them. I mean, I didn't really like Flaw either, but it was like one of those things where it's like I heard one song that was pretty decent and bought the album, and then
I said that about like that. I actually bought the Drowning Pool album.
Yeah. I remember.
But I can say something about you is that you remember those things to where you would have to bring in an album to basically like a high school show and tell to where it's basically like a poetry class. Oh, let's bring in an album.
Yeah.
You brought in Nickelback, didn't you?
Well, okay, no, not quite, but yeah. I think it was like the very, very first Nickelback album when they were still on Roadrunner Records, and you were like, and when Roadrunner was still primarily known as a semi-metal / new metal label, and before they became, Nickelback, they were just sort of Nickelback. But but yes, that did happen in high school.
But yeah, it's crazy. Like, it's actually really cool how new metal's not really coming back, but you're hearing some new metal influence that's not terrible these days. Yeah. Like, especially with the band Vane. Vane is fucking fantastic. Especially their little they released this like EP to where it's all like kind of like breakbeat, like dreamy breakbeat or something. But there's some like demos of like their heavier stuff in there too. But like everything they do is fucking good, man.
Yeah, Bane's always been a great band, so that helps. But yeah, so those are. I guess because Chase pointed it out. Now I did buy that Nickelback album with my own money.
I did too. Don't.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't. I mean before Nickelback became the world's most annoying band, they weren't awful. They just were. They were Nickelback.
I need to do a definitive playlist of new metal that still holds up.
There's more than you would think.
I think Human Clay is one of the greatest albums ever done.
Oh wow, yeah, Creed.
People really started hating on Creed once they really hit, but like Human Clay is fucking phenomenal.
Well, part of it is that Scott Stapp was just absolutely insane. Yeah,
it's kind of a jerk.
My favorite thing about Scott Stapp ever though was back in the 2012 election when Obama was running for re-election. He did an interview talking about how he couldn't support Obama anymore and he was voting for Romney. And then the AV Club wrote about that, and the headline they used was "Obama loses crucial that guy from Creed vote."
Wonderful headline. It sounds like a boss up. It sounds like a boss up headline. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're good on that one. All right, we're gonna talk about games. You want to talk about games real quick?
Sure, man. I actually have played a bunch of new stuff.
We have to go fast because there's 5 of us.
We don't have to go fast. Remember, this is a chill show. It's a chill show.
But we have to go fast. We've already been here.
You're not Ron Jeremy. Not Ron Jeremy. What's his name? Ron Swan. Ricky Bobby. There we go. You're not Ricky Bobby.
Look, it's already almost 10 o'clock because we had a late start. So we need to get through this fast.
All right.
Okay. Pretty much I played Madden and Madden keeps crashing on me for some reason. I'm trying to play to the career stuff more. It keeps crashing on me. And then I played the Division 1 quite a bit. It's really difficult. I had to start matchmaking and have fucking help to get past the first fucking mission. But other than that, it's been a really good time. I really like the Division, both of them. And it's about to be free. The first one is about to be free on Games with Gold. So.
Should be free. It should be already downloading right now. They usually release the first games the day early.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you should if you play on Xbox, holla at your boy, Chase.
Yeah, I actually took a complete week off of Destiny. I kind of got to 1050 and I got 2 pinnacles and they were all actually 3 in a row. And they all have been primaries, and they were all 1 power level over my base one, so I made no progress. They were all 1051s. So, since they were all the same gear slot, I made no progress. So I was like, yeah, I'm taking a break. But,
I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay.
You know, your gear slot, primary assault rifle.
Okay.
You've played Destiny. God, stop being a dick.
You just start talking all of this. I've gotten several. I've got hash marks and all this other stuff, and I'm just like, okay, I don't know what the fuck that means, but all right. It's been fucking a really long time since I played Destiny. No. We played last year at some point. It's been a long time since I cared about playing Destiny.
Oh, well, think of it like Division. Think of it that you just get all your main fucking coat or whatever, and you make no progress. And
see, here's the thing. I don't tell everybody about that because not everybody played the game. So I don't really talk about the exotic bounties and stuff like that because no one fucking cares. So I don't say anything.
I was just trying to get through that. I did that, and I was trying to get into my actual meat of what I've been playing, and you've drawn it out. You said we have to go fast. All right, so I've been playing a shit ton of Red Dead Redemption 2, and it's on Game Pass, and it's going away from Game Pass. But I actually bought it when it first came out, but for some reason the disc went missing, and I don't know where the fuck it went because I actually bought it at GameStop because I had credit there, and that's the only reason I have a disc. But
GameStop broke into your house and took it back.
Probably. but but it's leaving Game Pass pretty soon, so I was hoping it was going to like go on sale or something, so I can actually just pick it up because I really got into that game. And I remember a lot of people talking about the control scheme being like really not intuitive and stuff, and I think it's fine intuitive. It's not Call of Duty type controls, but it's intuitive in a human nature type way. Like if you've played Rockstar games, it's fine. And but I'm in Act 2. No, I'm in Act 3, and I've heard that that's the longest act. So but I'm not trying to rush it. I'm taking it slow, and you kind of have to with that game, or you're not going to enjoy it. But it's been really good so far. And on Game Pass, I played the new Tell Me Why, and
you just had to do that. Okay, cool.
I can't not.
Backstreet,
I saw a trailer.
Game. Okay.
I saw a trailer for it. It seemed interesting. It seems like one of those games like Heavy Rain and like Detroit Become Human.
It's made by the same people who did Life is Strange.
Yeah, and it's probably going to be a lot more like I watch someone else play it as opposed to playing it myself.
Maybe, I don't know, but it's kind of like you can totally watch someone else play it, but since you're not making the decisions on your own, you really would get more out of it if you played it yourself. But yeah, it seems really good. The whole mechanic, because every Life is Strange has a different mechanic. Well, I mean, it's not a Life is Strange game, but made by the same people. But like Life is Strange 1, it was like the whole time manipulation thing. And Life is Strange 2 was the dude could move shit. And in this one, they like remember shit like that's emotional to them. So, and they can like talk telepathically, the two brother and sister. And at first, it was more of kind of getting backstory. But once the game kind of got going, it was more of because she would remember things differently, and it kind of plays on your memories aren't like complete fact. So you have to choose between the memories and put things together, and then that's how you talk to the person because you're having to put together like a crime scene, like kind of like in the Arkham Batman games, like you're actually going through a scene and trying to piece everything together. So, but the second chapter comes out in a few days. So, but I'm pretty interested so far. I'm actually more interested than I was with Life is Strange 2. Like, I really like Life is Strange 2, but it was really heavy, like, the whole fucking time. And it's good to have, like, a little bit of a break from all the heavy shit. You know what I mean? But,
I watched my daughter play through the first one. I don't know anything about the second one at all, other than the trailer.
Well, the second one, it, like, starts up, like, it takes you away because... I mean, it's really cool. It's a really good game. I still recommend it on my Steam. I couldn't make a bad review because of how I felt. But it was like when the game started, you were in this town, and then you had a friend that was like seemed like girl next door type character, and then there was
why does he feel the need to like completely explain everything he wants to talk about? like really, like everything he wants to talk about, like he like.
Okay.
Scott, what have you been playing? We're skipping anything else that Chase has to fucking say.
Well, okay, so busted out my Xbox 360 because my Xbox One X decided that it was going to keep overheating, which, yeah, what do you call it? What is this shit called?
The fan? Oh, no, you said you had to put some more paste on your processor. Yeah,
thermal paste. Yeah. Why was Microsoft going to charge you $250 for that?
Holy fuck!
It's like I spent $30 and fixed it myself.
Yeah, word.
So yeah, like I say, it hasn't been overheating since I did that. But like I said, busted out my 360, was playing NCAA 14 and Madden 25.
Word.
And nice. Had fun with that. So then,
did we lose Matt?
He turns his camera off. He's high.
So yeah, so Madden came out, and that's the game I play the most. So got that out, and yeah, it's fucking horrible.
It's getting really bad reviews. Like it's like the second worst reviewed game on Metacritic right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because of the corona and they just working from home, so they couldn't do much. But it's like in the past 2 months, they've had 2 hashtags sharing on Twitter that are basically saying "fuck Madden." Like there was "fix the franchise," and then yesterday it was NFL drop EA.
Yep,
and it's like I can see why, because like I'm mainly a franchise player, and they didn't do nothing to it this year.
Yeah,
nothing at all.
I saw a video where a guy did the thing that they do every year where they try to show you how shitty Madden is and pulled up All Pro 2K8 and like, yo, this game came out in 2007. Why is it doing things that Madden can't do in 2020? Why is this a thing? You know, like that type of stuff.
Yeah, it's like I was listening to something today and somebody was talking to one of the producers for Madden, and they're talking about that they can't do much to franchise because of legacy issues. It's like, you guys took out like 3/4 of what used to be in the game, so it's not a legacy issue.
Right. And these days where you have to download the games, it's not like you're running out of space or anything.
Yeah. It's just like I was playing a game the other day and I had no lines on the field.
That's great.
Then I was playing the yard, and certain games you play, you actually pick your team, and it would never let you pick a quarterback. You had to pick your guy to play quarterback. Your credit player.
Yeah. I saw someone playing through the story, and then they got to another season, and they chose to go to Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers wasn't there, but they got to hire Deshaun Watson. Was it Deshaun Watson? Deshaun Jackson? No, Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Watson is the quarterback. He's actually wearing number 12, and he is way worse. It's really bad. You got anything else?
Like I said, with that story mode, I mean, it's like, they should just take those out, because I was better than this.
I just explained the story last week because there's no reason for anyone to play this.
Yeah, it's like I got to the point where I started over because I skipped past the story and it didn't let me select to play running back, so I started over. Now I'm at the semifinals for the national championship, and it's the game you can't super sim. So it's like I don't feel like playing this game all over again.
Yeah, and if you when you go to the draft, if you don't pick your team, you always play for the Bears, because there's a fucking glitch in the game where they don't actually pick a team for you. They just go to whatever team is first in alphabetical order, and it's the fucking Bears. So everybody ends up playing for the Bears if you don't select your own fucking team.
Yeah, it's like
so no matter what you're doing, you play for the fucking Bears if you let the game decide for you.
Yeah, it's like with this game, it's like, me and my friends play a franchise, and we're not probably going to start that till like November, so they can get some of these patches out to fix the damn game.
That makes sense.
Because they're supposed to be adding stuff to the franchise mode, but they still haven't said when that's going to be and exactly what they're adding, because they're not committed to adding this in yet. They had a whole blog. It's like, we're not committed to this, but this is what we want to do.
All right, you played anything else?
Nah, play DayZ on Xbox because that's a thing now.
That's on Game Pass too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And that game does not transfer well over to console.
That was supposed to be a thing. What happened to DayZ?
It's just this. They just stopped. What was it? It was in early access for 6 years.
Yeah. It just kind of fell off the radar, especially once PUBG came out. Like everyone just kind of
because it's like the whole battle royale came from DayZ, and then they just like I said, it's okay. It's still just a walking simulator 2020. Okay. You walk half the thing, and it's like trying to. Bring in the keyboard stuff to work, playing on a controller. It's just like, it's like, it's fun, but it's not the same experience.
Yeah, it doesn't. It just doesn't work in a lot of games. It doesn't work very well. You got anything else? Or
I'd dip my hand in World War Z, but I think I need people to play with because
I'm down to play. I downloaded it. I'm down to play. You just let me know.
All right. Yeah, because I can't get past a level by myself. It's like, Even on easy, it's like my AI teammates are not that good.
Chase had said something about trying to play, but when it was free on PC, and I was just like, I just don't really want to play on PC. Like that's my only problem. But if it's on Game Pass, I'll try it. All right, Max, do you have anything at all? I know this is not your this ain't really your jam.
I mean, it's not my jam. It's just I'm just not an avid gamer. I don't even own a game system, so I need to do that. I mean, I've just been kind of going around on my phone and downloading stupid little games to play, like Tetris and shit.
Okay. Now my when Rashani was here, he was talking about that game that was I can't remember what it's called. I think I downloaded it, but it's like Tecmo Bowl.
Oh, Retro Bowl.
He was talking about that. He said that was really good. But it has microtransaction upgrades and stuff like that. He said Retro Bowl was actually really good on the phone.
Okay, I'll maybe give that a shot.
Yeah. So no Candy Crush.
no Candy Crush. I never got into that.
Yeah. I think my girlfriend got into Cookie Jam at one point. I think it's called Cookie Jam. I don't know. I just call it Cookie Crush because it's the same game. It just has cookie shit instead of candy shit. It's like baked goods shit instead of fucking candy. Like it's like
it'd be funny game named Baked Good Shit.
Yeah, they should just call it that because this is baked good shit. All right, Sam, what you got for me?
Well, I worked my channels and I found myself a Switch, and I've been crossing some animals.
Okay,
that's pretty much been it. Like, it's really relaxing. Like if you just I don't know, it's just a relaxing game. No stress, no nothing. Like the most stressful thing is you get stung by a wasp, and then your girlfriend makes fun of you for it. But I think that's a me problem.
I have not turned my Switch on in months.
Well, so I've been playing that. Streaming it sometimes. Sometimes I'll play with my girlfriend. That's been pretty much it.
I'll check wow.
You can't do that in there.
You can't bow chicka wow wow in Animal Crossing?
Yeah, let me see. Maybe there's a mod or two. I don't know.
That's that. What? Nothing else?
Nah. Well, before that, I had started another playthrough of Watch Dogs 2, and I was actually trying to get. Okay, let's put it this way. How can I put this? Trying to level up my guy as much as I could with doing minimum of the missions.
So doing a whole bunch of side activities?
Yeah, so basically I could just go in and just God mode everybody when I actually do the missions. Okay. And it's been working. It's been going pretty good. But there are some things that you can't do until you do X mission or whatever, or that mission. But I stopped doing that.
Okay. Chase, my friend. Did he just straight up leave?
He may have.
Chase, he's on mute.
He's on mute and he turned his camera off. I don't know. Maybe he left.
I think he hurt his feelings.
Did I hurt his feelings? I was like, we got to go fast. And he was just like, okay, I played this game. And here's what this game is about. And gives us a whole fucking synopsis of each one. And I'm just like, bro, we're supposed to be going fast. We're completely over time right now. But, all right. So I don't know what to discuss at this point because, there's a few games that I wanted to play and I just never really got around to. There's a new golf game that looks terrible and I want to try it so bad.
Golf games are
the PGA. Is it the PGA 2K?
Yeah, it's the PGA 2K game. I want to try that. It looks terrible and I want to try it.
They made a PGA game.
Yeah.
They made a PGA game. It's only got 12 real golfers on it, and it's people nobody heard of.
Exactly. Because, let's be honest, it's like...
Why is it because EA still has a license or something, or is that why?
EA has the license, but then they had the license, but then they had to change the name because it was Jordan Spieth or some bullshit like that for a Rory McIlroy or something.
Yeah, it's Rory McIlroy. Yeah. That was the last one that came out.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it's...
2K
probably has knockoff names like Lion Forest or something.
That's the thing. It's not even made by 2K. 2K
I got
just slapped their name on it. It's like a distribution deal. It's made by some other company.
Yeah, it's just that looks terrible. And then there's a game that's coming out that after we talked last week about what games we were interested in that are coming out this year. I saw a trailer for a game called Outriders. And that game looks dope. It looks kind of like what I'm interested in. It's made by the people who made Gears Judgment. People Can Fly. They made Gears Judgment and they made Bulletstorm, I think.
Bulletstorm was great. I love Bulletstorm.
And so they made those games. It's basically kind of Gearsy, kind of Division, kind of Destiny, all kind of rolled into one game. And so there's a kind of like, okay, I'm down for this. So I'm really interested in what that actually like. First of all, when that game actually comes out and what it turns into, I'm like super interested in. I think. Let's see. I don't think I have anything else.
It's like after Madden, I don't know what else I want to get because like I was looking forward to Halo, but since that got pushed back,
I actually purchased the Jedi Fallen Order. I just never got around to opening it. It's still.
I heard it was actually pretty good.
I'm just waiting for that to drop on EA Play.
I'll get around to it eventually, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, the whole thing about it not being on EA was just kind of weird. Because it's an EA game, and then all of a sudden, it's just, this is the only game that EA is putting out that's not here.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, usually, when did that come out? Like last November?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was right around my birthday. Yeah, I remember.
So it's probably, they'll probably wait till like around November after it's been out for a year. It's usually how they do it, unless it's a sports game.
Yeah. All right, I think we pretty much got it. I mean, I don't know if I really did something to Chase. I feel really terrible about that. Or like maybe he just turned this shit off and like went to go like snuggle or something, and it's just like, well, they're fucking finished this shit. I'll turn it off later. Maybe he went to go snuggle. I don't know. But I feel really terrible right now because I don't think I didn't think I did anything other than what I normally do, but maybe that was a step too far. And if it was a step too far when you edit this, my bad, dog.
Report you for cyberbullying.
Wouldn't be the first time. Actually, no, I've never been reported for anything like that. In fact, in all of these years of the show, I've gotten very, very little actual hate mail. Like, no. I guess I don't matter enough for people to hate me, and that makes me feel bad.
Yeah, we've all been there. You try to be, anytime you try to be like shocking on the internet to just to rile people up, it never works.
Yeah, I mean, the only way that I can really shock people right now is if I just go super Trumper, like super Trump, like go like clean into that. Like like my coworker is really into watching those twin dudes that are like super Trump dudes. There's these two brothers. There's these two brothers. Like she likes watching like black people surrogates who are like support, like basically Trump supporters that are black. Like she loves watching shit like that. And it's just like, does that make you feel better? Just like you found like this handful of people that really care.
What about Diamond and Silk?
Yeah. And like every other black person in your life was like, no, I'm not about that. But like you gravitate to these people that you see making these videos online. You don't really think that they're making the videos just because they really care about this. They're making this video because you care that they care.
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right.
Max is about to jump back into his van and go deliver some chili.
So Max, do you have anything you want to say to the people before we wrap this up?
Just always thanks for having me. It's always been a blast coming to do these things.
Word up. And I didn't look at the schedule, and I didn't realize that we had too many people. So like we had to quickly figure out how we were going to pull this off. But
that was kind of my fault because like I had a random day where I worked in the morning, and I'm like, oh look, it's Monday. Let me go call Scar.
Yeah, basically. But I mean, we got it. And I think out of all of the August, one of them had to get rescheduled, so we might try to pick that up behind this episode because this should have been the official last one, but one of them we missed, so we might try to pick that one back up.
So it's some guess September.
Yeah, basically. Sometimes September. But yeah, man, it's always a blast, man. Like,
yeah, definitely.
It
was nice meeting you, Scott.
Yeah, nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, Scott used to be my official co-host when I picked the show back up after I had a nervous breakdown.
Then I had 2 kids, and didn't have time.
Yeah, he kept going inside without a raincoat, and like life got in the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, Scott, what do you got to say to the people? Let's do that.
Well, just glad to be back. It's been a couple years. It's always nice to come back and reminisce, and kind of miss this stuff. Miss talking to you.
I mean, anytime you want to come on, dog, how at your boy?
All right. Yeah, I ain't got no shouts for nothing. Just, to everybody, take care of people, man. Love one another. There's too much bad shit in the world, man. Just love one another.
Yep. Same.
Sam, you got something? You typically don't, but you got something?
Nah, I'm okay.
Okay. So before we wrap this up, I wanted to say today, the recording of this, I typically don't say like the episode numbers and like the day this was recorded, like that type of shit, when we record. But today is a day that I feel like I should mention something. Today is August the 31st, which is, Jaybird's birthday.
Oh, I didn't know.
And, Jaybird would have been 27 today. If
Man, so he really was like a 16, 17-year-old kid.
Yeah, like we didn't quite believe him, like, but no, he was actually really a kid hanging around all of these grown ass fucking people.
We would go into Gears of War and just like talk shit to him,
right? Like, but we were really talking shit to a little fucking kid at the time.
Like, Jaybird, shut up about The Walking Dead. Nobody cares.
Exactly. The fucking Walking Dead and fucking Red Dead. When Red Dead was getting ready to come out, bruh, he was all about that. I wouldn't even play the first Red Dead without him. Like, I just didn't care. I was like, I don't really want to play a fucking Western. What do I look like? But yeah, man, it's weird because, it's been a few years since he passed away, and like he passed away like right before his birthday. So I never feel right mentioning anything on the day he died, but I always want to make sure that I mention his birthday. Like it's kind of like I do with like a lot of people, like with like famous people, like people do like this is the anniversary of Michael Jackson's death. Why do you want to do the anniversary of his death? How about we just celebrate his birthday? Like he would have been this age, like why don't we just do that? Like it feels better doing that. Like in this in no way, shape, or form feels good because like one of us is no longer here in life, not just on the show, like Pimp, but like he's no longer here, and that sinking feeling when I got, I knew it was coming. I just didn't remember it was today until I got that Facebook notification and my heart just sank. It was first thing this morning and my heart just sank, and it's just like, text messages don't ring the same no more. Like how you say like somebody close to you dies, and like like how my grandma used to call us all the time, and the phone don't ring the same no more after she's gone. Like, and that's how I feel about text messages, because Jaybird would just send me text messages after shows, after he listens to the show, about this, that, or anything else, or trying to convince me to have Howard back on the show. So Jaybird loved Howard. I don't know why. They finally found somebody weirder than him. But like text messages don't ring the same no more. So, but I just wanted to say that before we close out of this thing, that happy birthday in heaven to Jaybird. It just, some of this still feels weird. To not just be able to send you a text message and be like, did you hear that shit? It just doesn't feel the same. It's, it's still good, but some of it just doesn't feel the same. And it's not the same without you, little bro.
Yeah, I still got him on my friends list on Xbox. I can't delete it. Like him and Timo, I can't delete them. They're still gonna be on there.
Like on Skype, like one of the first people that pops up on my Skype list when I scan into Skype is Jaybird.
Yep, and what you call it? I don't know, about a month or so ago, Tin Pan said the same thing to me. He saw him on his friends list, and he was just like, I can't bring myself to delete this. I can't bring.
I'll never delete him. No.
He said, I just can't. He said, I can't bring myself to take him off my friends list. And I feel the same. Like he's still on everything. Like, he's still Twitter, Facebook, damn, Xbox. Shit, he might even be on the PlayStation. Who knows? Like, it's just one of those things. I can't do it. But all right. All right. So we got to lighten this up. We're going to end the show. Dick farts. Dick farts always just makes me smile. It's just kind of funny. Dick farts. Thank y'all for checking you boys out. We are going to hopefully we'll try next week to wrap up August in September. I know we did that the first time. We had a little bit. We bled a little bit into. Really. Is that the note, sir? But like for everyone here, including Chase, who left, and I hope that I really didn't really do anything bad with Chase. Like, Chase is going to edit the show, and I'm going to seem like such a fucking dick bag. And I kind of feel like a dick bag because he left. So for Chase, who left, and Sam, Scott, and Max, thank you both for being on August. You are both welcome to come back anytime. And I really do mean that.
Definitely.
You guys make my job easier. You don't make Chase's job easier, but you make my job easier. And to everyone listening, thank you again. Go check out all of the stuff. It's in the show notes, Patreon, and all that kind of stuff. Peace out to the Warriors.
Buy some shirts.
Yeah,
Nepo shirts.
I need to buy 2 more Nepo shirts myself. I need to buy a red one and a black one. I don't know.
I'm gonna buy some here soon.
I don't know if the red one is actually going to work. Actually, because of the symbol, it has kind of like that teal thing, like kind of like the symbol there. I don't know if that works with a red base, so I might try something else. Because that's on the controller, that's on the Nepo shirt. So I don't know if that'll work over red, but I do want a black one and probably a gray one. But do go buy shirts. The link is in the show notes and everything else, because all of the proceeds go to Chase, who might actually come back if you buy shirts.
If you buy a shirt, he'll come back.
So do that. Buy all the shirts, sirs. All right, peace out to the Warriors, yo. We out of here.
Nice.
See ya. Good seeing you guys.
All right, peace, brother.
All right, I'm gonna head out because I got things to do. I just gotten home.
Okay.
Long shifts. I'll see you later.
All right, peace, brother.
See you, Sam, man. It's been a while.
Let me actually call Chase.
I like that shit, yeah, boy. Look, I'm telling you, Walt. I'm telling. All right, I ain't gonna talk.